Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this video where this man was telling white people that if you are feeling lost at this point in time, it means you did not listen to what black people are saying. He said it means you completely lost the point, right? And that is true because the reality is that everybody is calling for black people to come out to protest when they did not listen to black people. And now black people are telling you we are not coming out to protest, and they are still asking questions. Because ask me why somebody is coming out to ask, well, what is going on is affecting everybody. So how come some people are saying they are not going to come out? But it means that like if everybody comes out, it is going to have bigger effect. Did you hear that? When everybody comes out, it is going to have bigger effect. It means if black people do not come out, it's not going to have bigger effect. The problem with you people is that you all did not listen to black people, and nobody is coming out still. Nobody will come out still. And let me tell you all something: you all do not even wake up to tell black people how to protest. I don't want to hear that again. If the black people choose to protest from their room, if they choose, right? But they are not coming out. They are in their houses. They are doing what they like. They will be enjoying themselves on the 5th. They are in this particular one out because you all did not listen when you were supposed to listen. Now you want them to come out so they will enact martial law that will affect us. You might still have your privilege moving around, right? No, black people are not coming out. I said what I said. Let's get into this video.
I'm going to make it real simple for you. If you're feeling lost and scared right now, it means you're not listening to what black people are saying right now. It means that you completely missed the point of the Super Bowl. Listen to what black people are saying.
Yeah, what's a thing is that 92% of Black Americans who voted for Kamala know, in fact, that if they show up and stand beside you, it will cause martial law. Thank them for staying home. Thank them for doing the underground work. Because if they show up, this isn't going to go the way you think it's going to go. And they already know that. And this wasn't meant to be sarcastic or condescending. I didn't realize the majority of people on TikTok had no idea that there was a 92% of Black Americans, Black women, who have been trying to explain why they need to stay back and why you need to go forward. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Thank them for staying home. Thank them for doing the underground work. Because if they show up, this isn't going to go the way you think it's going to go. And
here's a take. Of course, there are people on here behaving as if they don't understand why Black Americans aren't out in the streets doing the whole loud protest, right? Of course, there are people on here acting like they have no idea why, right? Well, here's a thought. A lot of those people actually voted for Trump and they do want martial law. And so that's why they're on here trying to convince Black people to go out and do this large, loud protest, because that's what they were waiting on, so that they can take away all civil rights, because they understand that when martial law is put in place, everyone loses their civil rights and they want their dictator. Okay, so I think these are just random Trump supporters out here trying to push it, or trying to get into the minds of Black Americans to do something that they thought we were going to do anyway. When you look at it, it's just Trump administration nagging at Black people, just trying to nag Black people just to get us to do it, and his supporters are trying to. Notice that most of them don't even have profile pics. That's all them. Those are all Trump supporters. Okay, because I have really just come to the conclusion that this is their whole angle. This is their whole angle. It's psychologically trying to get into your heads to make you go out there and do something. Yay, we won. Don't even do it. And you're right, it's not going to go how they think it's going to go if we were to go out there. It's not. It ain't even nothing you want. So the best solution, dead up, the best solution is for us to stay right where we are and don't follow these fake accounts up talking about someone, why aren't you out there? Why aren't you out there? They're trying to get in your heads, make you think that you're supposed to go out there. No, to flip you not. Those people who are saying this ignorant stuff voted for Trump. They want martial law. They want it. Most people with a brain understand why black people are not out there. It's them Trump supporters who are infiltrating the web, trying to say black people should, what black people should and shouldn't be doing. No. I said in my last video, you don't get to tell us nothing. So yeah, that's how I see it. I see it as this is just their whole plan. Let's go at it from another angle. Let's try and make black folks feel bad, or let's try and make black folks, or let's try and get other people to gang up against black folks to say what they should be doing. No. White folks who voted for Kamala, Latinos who voted for Kamala, Asians who voted for Kamala, they understand why black folks doing it our way. And they understand exactly why all of them need to be out there. It's them Trump supporting ones. It's on here trying to behave as if they don't understand. And they're playing that junk. They playing that junk because you can't see them. Y'all got to be careful about this doggone internet. Don't let these people get in your freaking head. Make your mind up. That's it.
It will cause.
We are protesting, just not how you want us to. Black people choose, individuals choose how they can protest. They protest, fine. You can choose how you want to protest. And black Americans have done it all. And so this particular time, we are choosing this type of protest, whether you like it or not. This is the protest that we are choosing. And if you don't believe it, look. Please stop talking about how black people aren't doing it how you want them to do it, okay? Because we're actually protesting what you're telling us to do as well, okay? Because you don't get to tell us how to do it, okay? Okay, so that part, you don't get to tell us how to do it. We tell us how to do it, okay? Collectively and individually, okay? You don't get to tell us how to do it. You don't get to tell us. That means that you can do it your way, okay? Because we have already been there and done that your way, okay? So I guess that's your term. We're doing the other type of protest this time, okay? Ta-ta. We are.
Please stop getting on the internet and telling black people that have already declared that they are not going outside to protest and on national protests, that they need to go outside and protest on a national protest, and please stop shaming them, okay? If you as a black person want to go outside and protest in the streets, you want to tell everybody how you about to be at the protest, where the protest is, where you about to be out in the streets, how you get caught the fuck outside, you can do that, okay? But there's an evolution of revolution happening within black, specifically in the United States, that I don't think people are paying attention to and listening and hearing it the right way. There's an evolution of revolution, and what I mean by that is there is a revolution that we know about, but the revolution that we know about, martyring yourself and stuff like that, that revolution is very dogma into doctrine, and doctrine into dogma, and there's an evolution of revolution that's occurring that's literally saying, I'm not going to place my life at risk, and I'm not going to die for my rights. I'm not going to die for my freedom. I'm going to live for that shit. I'm going to live for my rights. I'm going to live to fight. I'm going to live to liberate, okay? I'm going to live, and by living, I mean I'm going to resist, but I'm not going to die for that shit, okay? This whole idea of hero martyrdom, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do this and get clubbed over the fucking head, and I'm going to take pictures and put it on the fucking internet, that shit is dead. Okay, that shit is fucking dead in my opinion, okay? It's dead and it belongs in the books. And if you want to belong in books, you can go ahead and do that for people. You can go out there, risk your life and die, do whatever you want to do so people can take your story and rewrite the shit any fucking way they want to, okay? But some black people are saying, no, I'm going to live to fight. I'm going to live to fight for myself. And in order to fight for other people, I also need to be fucking alive. And I'm going to be alive to tell my story. I'm going to be alive to tell what the fuck happened. And there's also black people also that do not want to go in the streets and fight for a nation, to fight for a nation, for survival, or change a nation that does not give a fuck about their life, okay? They've abandoned that idea, okay? To save the United States, a nation, by the way, that only exists after the subjugation of other people across the fucking globe, specifically the global south. There's a lot of black people that are like, I don't want to do that shit, fuck that flag, okay? And they are okay with that. And there are black people, by the way, who have exhibited and watched their ancestors die for rights, by the way, that their ancestors once again died for, that today just got struck away by a fucking pen, okay? Okay? I need y'all to stop shaming people for evolving in their revolution. Stop shaming them. If you want to declare where you about to be outside and tell everybody you about to be in the streets and you about to be there and go protest, everybody can go protest. If you want to shout loudly and get caught the fuck outside, you can do that. There are black people on the internet that are hip to the jip, okay? They're out of the books. Their revolution has feet on it, and the feet sometimes laying in the fucking bed. So if you want to do that, like I said, you want to go out there and tell everybody, I'm going to go protest, and I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be there. You get caught the fuck outside. Understand there are black people that are talking to y'all, telling y'all, listen to me. If you want to get on the internet and tell everybody where you about to be and get caught the fuck outside, understand there are black people that are saying, black people that have said, who are clearly aware, who are telling you right now, I'm not going to go outside. I'm not about to get on the internet to declare I'm about to be anywhere. Who are blatantly saying, and you are not hearing, as far as you know, as far as I've said, I'm going to be in my fucking bed. I'm going to be in my fucking bed. Okay, so please stop pushing for black people to go outside and get clubbed over the fucking head. If you have the privilege to go to risk get clubbed over the fucking head, understand that is a privilege, because that's a privilege that does not even exist in black people on the daily, okay? There are black people that exist that there's a risk as soon as you fucking exit the door to get clubbed over the head by the police, okay? So understand that if you want to go do that, go ahead and do that. But understand there are black people that are evolving in the revolution that do not want to risk that. They do not want to die for their rights. They do not want to die for the fight. They do not want to die for their freedom. They want to live for that shit. What Lauren say? Cry for me, cry for me. You said you died for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me?
Y'all remember when I got up here not too long ago and spoke about how a lot of us have embedded anti-blackness in our own goddamn minds, and even though we think that we hate the system of racism, we're actually very comfortable operating in it? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So the new issue is that there was a Caucasian woman that felt bold enough on this app, which they usually do, to talk about how it's prom season and she just loves hood proms. And she said it so happily and cheerfully. She said it in such a meek tone, and people were outraged by it, as respectfully we should be, because what the fuck do you mean hood proms? She began to talk about how white people proms are just so bland and stuff, and she just loves the hood proms. Now, this could have easily been said as I find the people in my community, how they send their children off during proms at the end of high school, to be quite boring and quite bland. And I love how the black community sends their children off when they graduate high school. They're getting ready to graduate high school, stuff like that. Plain and simple, respectful, acknowledgement, admiration. But no, it had to be ghetto and it had to be hood. But my issue with this is that because, like always, we're going to find the black people in here that's going to extremely act obtuse and act like they don't understand the micro and or the macro aggressions, however you want to label it, that comment was. And this is what I be talking about with y'all. Y'all be so comfortable with how Caucasian people not only identify you, but how they like to categorize you, that you will sit there and try to gaslight your fellow black persons into believing that you're just being overly sensitive and you don't know what you're talking about. This is just something that black people in the hood just do. And they're getting their praise in ones and twos because we all don't do shit like this. No, boo. Since when was labeling anything hood and ghetto towards black people all of a sudden such positivity? Especially coming from Caucasian people. So you just look at this video real quick and then we'll come back and talk about this.
People in the hood, in the urban areas, have their proms and they are big and extravagant. The first thing you hear is, oh, it's ghetto and it's this and that, whoop-de-whoop. So to get on this app and act as if their proms are not different from the proms in suburban areas, of course everyone sends their children off, but it's a totally different vibe. A totally different vibe, and that's what the people are talking about. They like to experience that vibe at the hood proms. It's the hood proms, because it's literally in the hood. So I don't understand. Like, I got people here talking about, aren't white people in the hood? Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But I've never seen anyone going off for the white people going away at the hood prom. Like, they're doing their own thing. It's like when it's time to give praise or whatever, or, people in the hood are getting their flowers for just being themselves, not conforming to societal standards, not trying to be proper. They're loud, extra, rowdy, and it's a show. All of a sudden, it's, oh, we are all like that. When we know good and darn well, especially in the black community, we are all not like that. Black people are different. They come in different. We're not a monolith. You have some black people that like to get amped up, rowdy, da-da-da-da. You have some that are calm, cool, collective. You have some that tries to get far away from the extraness and the ghetto-ness and the hoodness of other black people. But I guess on TikTok, if it's something positive, it's a everybody thing, I guess. People want to get on here and act like the hood proms is a experience that all black people experience, when it's really not, especially if you're in a suburban area. Y'all do not go off like the hood people do. And when they do go off, you always hear, oh my gosh, y'all spend all of that money doing that, and y'all live in those type of areas, and you got camp. Like when the lady side did her son's send-off, and she a whole businesswoman, got a whole she has a cooking industry and everything. When she sent her son off and had the camel, and people saw the environment in the neighborhood, it wasn't a suburban area, and people were judging her. They were judging her. They were saying, how dare she spend all that money living in that type of area when the whole time sister girl has money.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about, which is quite frankly odd, because if you can be a black person that can acknowledge that all black people are not a monolith, then why would you think that black people that all live in the same neighborhood are? You're directly contradicting yourself. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a 90s baby and a 90s kid. I am a 90s kid. I am an old bitch now. I grew up in one of the most notorious neighborhoods, or considered ghettos when you talk about black communities. Harlem, New York. Class of 2011. I'll even insert a picture here. Do you see our prom pictures? There was nothing extravagant about my prom either. Nothing to the likes of the things that I've been seeing in the past couple of years with the other black children, with the other black youth. The most expensive thing on my fucking body was my shoes, which were red bottoms. Yes, I'm in that age. That's how old I am. I come up in the era of 2011 where bitches was wearing red bottoms before Bodak Yellow was important, okay? I grew up in the club era still where bitches was wearing Hermes bandage dresses, red bottoms, spike with Giuseppe Zanotti's with the heels, basketball wives, earrings, jewelry, and shit like that. That's what I grew up in. My after party dress was a skin tight dress from American Apparel. I am that era. My prom dress was Macy's. Nothing about our dresses and looks or anything was extravagant in the past pictures like I just showed you. My mother ordered a simple black Lincoln truck so it can fit at least 6 or 7 of us. And I got in my truck and my driver stopped where I wanted to stop, and we would pick up my girlfriends, and was just that it. It was just that simple. So what are you talking about? Are you talking about the fact that a lot of black culture within the diaspora is extravagant? Because we're an extravagant group of people? That's how we express ourselves? That's how creative we are? We're exotic people? Is that what you're talking about? That's not hood. That's not ghetto. That's not anything. Because like I said, a few years after, when I went to go visit my family in Atlanta in the South, where they were living in a black suburb, because black suburbs do exist, my cousins were doing the extravagant like we see prom send-outs now. Big, flowy, beautiful dresses, custom made, expensive cars, rented expensive cars, all that, matching with the dates. Didn't have all that up here. You ever thought that this was just maybe something of generational change within the black youth and how they like to identify because of the new, culture that we created in hip hop? You ever thought about that? No? Okay. Or matter of fact, have you ever thought about the simple fact that anything that black people do, because we are an extravagant, exotic bunch of people that refuse to assimilate to a lot of things that Caucasian people do, because we see dry, bland, and lack of creativity it is, that they will label that ghetto, that they will label that hood. Because the same way that you talked about that mother who was actually a businesswoman and had the means to send her son off however he was sending, but people thought that she couldn't afford it based off of whatever they seen in the picture or the video of the neighborhood, is the same thing that they was talking about Waka Flocka's stepdaughter. 2 rich people that lived in the suburbs, and they did the whole hood prom aesthetic look to it. And they were saying how ghetto that was, because anything that black people do is always going to be deemed ghetto and hood-like to a group of people from that neck of the woods. Especially when at the moment they don't know how to cosplay it. And in a few years, when these hood proms continue to go on, before you know it, it'll become a generational issue. And it will no longer be. It'll become a coming of age for the teenage years that we are all celebrating. And nobody can gatekeep a certain look or how they celebrate certain events. Please gather yourself together and deconstruct your mind. Decolonize that bitch.
Listen to me and listen to me good. Don't mind the Hello Kitty PJs, mind your goddamn business. My kids are good, I'm straight. This is how I decompress. So, going down my timeline, they said April 5th, there's supposed to be 1 million people marching. Who marching where? Who going with who? I'm not marching. 92% black women, my crew. Hey, y'all, sit down. Take your cape off. We've done enough marching. We've done enough things. Black women as a whole, we've done enough things, okay? Sit down, relax. And I'm not just saying this is somebody that is about to be 32 soon, like I know everything. No, I don't. Just sit down and relax, because we've just been doing way too much. Enough. They've effed around. Let them find out. This is their battle, not ours.
This is all I got from this video. And the fact that there are still outraged that black people in general will not be coming out. So let me tell you, I'm sure you will see where I put up the video where what started the conversation and the video. She was like, respectfully, can you explain why this is a thing? I mean, black people not coming out to vote not coming out to protest is a thing. The thing he's doing affects everyone. So wouldn't everybody supposed to want to add to the number so it has a bigger effect? That it's your problem. You all had all the chances, all the opportunity to make it a bigger event in November, but you all said, no, I am going to be rate the 6th. I am only going to fight for my stomach. That is stomach infrastructure. I am only going to see what I can do for myself, or maybe for my sisters or my siblings or for my family in general. I am not going to do something that will benefit everybody at large, because so far I've been seeing black people fight for everybody's right and not just for their own right. They do not want what they are going through to affect every other person. So they all came out. Do you know what it means for a 90-something% of a total group of people to come out, 90-something% to come out and say, you see this, we are going to make it right. That is the women. And the men, 80-something% came out to say, we want something good to happen for me and myself and every other person, not just for me. It is going to go round. It is not supposed to be a one-sided enjoyment. I want it to go around so everybody can feel the effect. Everybody can enjoy it. Everybody can have better life. Everybody can have better opportunity. So your ass will not be deported, so that you can have Medicare, so that every good thing that is supposed to come with the government, that you benefit out of it. And now you are asking, why is it a thing? It is a thing because black people are on vacation. You all are moving wild, sincerely speaking, and you all do not have brain. Because if you have brain, I would never come out to ask people that pay. Let me say this. Black people have paid their dues and they deserve their accolades. And if you decide not to give them their accolades and their respect, I am giving it to them. Right? Now, they do not owe anybody anything, especially when it comes to this protest. They do not owe you any protest. If they choose to come out, that is them coming out. But they are saying they are not coming out. So if you like, ask question, is what is going on not affecting everybody? It is affecting us and it is affecting you. But we did the right thing. You did not do the right thing. So go and correct what you are supposed to correct for yourself. Black people already did what they were supposed to do. You heard me right. So for the fact that you all are still not understanding that you all made a huge mistake, that you all are looking for a way to make things right, not even because black people cannot make it right anymore for you, because they did they did the right thing from the onset. So go fix the one that you were supposed to fix. It's not like it is entirely going to fix anything. Yes, it's not like it's going to fix anything, but go try your luck out there, because protesting is just like trying to tell the government that so far that you are not happy with what's going on. People are losing their jobs, A whole lot going on. Because I am not even seeing you people coming out to like do the proper protest. You all are still in for Black people. But unfortunately, they are still on vacation. So get your butts off. Black people are not coming out. Go and do the right thing. Like you asked, is it not, it is affecting us? It is not our problem at this point in time. See you all in, oh yeah, did I forget? For the sister that talked about how it is never fashionable. It is ghetto. It is ghetto, not until it becomes fashionable. That has always been Black experience. You know, there is nothing Black people do that is accepted, even when they know that is it, but they do not want to accept it. Not until it's always ghetto, not until it becomes everybody's trend, and now they hop on it and act like they've been see. I don't want to start naming names because that's how all of a sudden you all want to do cornrows, you all want to do braids because now you said it's Vikings, well you left the Vikings kind of braid to do black braid. Now it is fashionable. Before it was not fashionable, it was ghetto and all that. You see, you people, you already have a very long way to go. The road to where you are going is far away. Bye for now.